I mean, look at this thing. It's a giant 16-passenger bike bar.
It's been a great team building activity. We're kind of hooting and hollering, listening to music.
I do think that it would change the experience to be able to bring the drinks on board. They might actually get a little bit more customers and be even a bigger business down here.
Pedal pubs, or quadricycles, are becoming the rage across the country. You can find them in some 90 cities, and now in Detroit.
It's a blast. It's a blast. It truly is.
They are mobile bar stations that look like motorized vehicles, but are really powered by people, pedaling in groups.
It was a workout, that first 15 minutes, getting used to it. It was a lot of fun. We were listening to music, laughing, taking lots of pictures. It was great.
Pedal pubs entered Detroit after Michigan passed a law in 2015 authorizing their operation. Handlebar was the first company to enter the Detroit market. It's owned by two brothers, mechanical engineers who wanted to start a business outside of their day jobs and tried their luck with pedal pubs in another city, Indianapolis.
Oh, it's been great. We've been operating for 4 years in Indianapolis, grown year on year. And, we've become the #1 attraction on TripAdvisor in Indianapolis.
The pedal pubs operate from morning until night. Groups lease them for several hours, and the pedal pub companies provide someone who steers, brakes, and looks over the group. The owner of the Town Pump Tavern was skeptical at first, but says the pubs have been great for his business.
They roll through all day long. They bring happy, fun customers. They stay for a few minutes, have a couple of drinks, maybe have something to eat, and then they move along and the next one comes through. So
there is one bump in the road for pedal pubs. Michigan cities can prohibit drinking alcohol in open public places, even if those ordinances were written years before pedal pubs was a concept. At this moment, the city of Detroit was struggling with the issue for more than 1 year.
The city it's such a unique concept. I mean, look at this thing. It's a giant 16-passenger bike bar. So they weren't really sure how to categorize it. And we're working with them right now to sort of draft an ordinance that mimics the state law, so it's very clear what this is. And then the city can have their, kind of comfort level of, what we're allowed to do.
Pedal pub customers like to bring their own alcohol, usually beer and wine. Even the owner of a pub doesn't see the harm.
I don't really see the difference between this and, say, like a limousine. Apparently, you're allowed to drink in a limousine. This is not a limousine because you're pedaling.
But not everyone agrees, including a pedal pub customer.
I think it's a safe policy. And I mean, they stop at enough pubs, so honestly, you don't really have to drink on board.
Pedal pub companies point out their insurance companies require them to keep strict safety standards.
I mean, I won't lie. Sometimes you get some people that have a little bit too much fun, but that's where, the experience of our drivers comes in, and we make sure people are always staying safe and always having a good time, and we haven't really had any issues to date.
Pedal pub supporters say the concept is an excellent way to bring non-residents into the city.
But Detroit's kind of one of those places that a lot of people have left. That's kind of the perception. There's not a lot going on per se in Detroit right now, even though that's not necessarily true, I feel like, from my experience.
There are now 3 companies operating pedal pubs in Detroit. Handlebar hopes to add to its fleet.
We're up to 4 now, and I don't know, I think we might have more next year. It's been great. I think not just people that are downtown Detroit, but people in the suburbs. Everyone's kind of rooting for Detroit, so when they come down and they take a tour, everyone loves to see what's going on downtown.
And how open cities are to new ways to prosper.